have we got a surprise for you guys.
Yeah, so before the episode starts, about to start in like about 30 seconds, but we are doing a signed T.Y. Hilton jersey giveaway. It's going to be through the podcast Twitter at FatherSonFF. You got to go over there, follow that Twitter. There'll be a tweet about that. You got to retweet it, and the way you enter is by submitting a 5-star review to us, and you have to have proof of that. So screenshot that 5-star review and DM it to at FatherSonFF. The tweet will be there for more instructions, but man, we're excited to give this away. Probably get away in 3 weeks.
You want these jerseys. Look at this. Still in the package, people.
It's still in the package, brand new, signed T.Y. Hilton jersey giveaway. And
you want this jersey. It looks so good. I want to open it up right now and put it on.
You can't put it on. You got to frame that thing. It's beautiful. It's good quality. It's a jersey, and it's signed by T.Y. Hilton himself. So, yeah, that's a jersey giveaway. Go over to at FatherSonFF to find out more details about that. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode, Dad.
Let's do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Father-Son Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Paul.
My name is Justin. Today we got a special episode for you guys. The mic quality is a little worse because it's more of a surround mic. We are joined by two of our best home league members, Bart and Tom. Bart, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Bart?
What are you doing, bro?
No worries. Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, so I co-manage a couple of dynasty teams with Bart. People in the league probably listen to this, but yeah, we're going to win. In most of them, we have good teams. And then we're joined by Tom.
What's up, Tom?
Before Tom says hello, we got a little tiny clip from last year about, Cam Newton.
I love Cam Newton. I love number one.
Right here.
Squirrel.
What's up, Tom? How you doing?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having us, guys. Up, Appreciate it.
We're glad you guys could come.
Here for another freaking great draft.
Yeah, we're doing
a good time tonight.
We're doing a mock draft episode. We have some people, like more of a home league perspective and home league feel. That's why the quality is not pristine, but it's more of like a casual talk around like a bar, having a couple of drinks, just doing a mock draft.
Did the same thing last year. Got a couple of guys missing from that draft.
Yeah, but hey, it's all right. You guys,
it's fine.
You guys are new. Please subscribe to the podcast. We have content coming out every week. We haven't done a mock draft in a while. Today we're going to be doing a Superflex mock draft. We have 4 of us in it. We're doing it on the Sleeper app. I'm sitting at the 2 pick, which I don't really like. We got Bart sitting at the 5 pick. My dad's sitting at the 7 pick. And then you got Tom sitting at the 10th pick. So
it's going to be hard not to take Cam Newton right there at 10. I'll tell you that.
Not easy, but...
you go for it. He's all yours.
We got the roster settings over here. We have quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex spots, and then a super flex spot. So 3 flex spots total. No kicker, no defense for the sake of time. And we have 5 bench spots. So we're about to get right into this draft. But before we get into it, we are doing a T.Y. Hilton signed jersey giveaway.
You guys want that jersey?
My dad wants that jersey. We're giving away. We're going to, whichever comes first, August 2nd or 75 5-star reviews. The link in the description below will be the link to the pinned tweet on the at FatherSonFF Twitter. You just got to fill out a 5-star reviews, DM it to the account to get entered into the jersey giveaway. And before we do get into this draft, Dad, Tyreek Hill recently got announced he's not getting suspended, but we don't know that's going to stay like that. But that shot is ADP way up. So we're going to go around the table right now and see what we're doing with Tyreek Hill this year in drafts. So I'm going to start off myself. I'm going to put the ADPs next to each other. So Tyreek Hill or Juju Smith-Schuster? I'm going Juju still. Bart, what about you?
I'm definitely going to go Juju at that point as well.
Dad?
I'm probably taking Hill right there.
Hill over Juju, and then Tom?
I'm going to take Juju all day.
Juju all day. Next behind the list, so right now in ADP, Tyreek Hill's going at 202, Juju's going at 203. A little lower, Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill. I lean probably Tyreek Hill there, unfortunately, but hey.
Yeah, ditto. I think I got to go for the upside there, so I'm going Tyreek Hill.
Dad?
I take the upside of Antonio Brown.
I'm going to take Antonio Brown all day.
And then last but not least, Mike Evans or Tyreek Hill. That's close for me. I'm still going Tyreek Hill because he's tethered to Mahomes.
I absolutely love Mike Evans, so he's consistent every week. I don't have to deal with the ups and downs. I'm taking Evans all day long.
Dad?
Yeah, I'm probably taking Evans there too.
Tom?
Hill will get suspended one time this year, so
all right.
I'm taking Evans.
There you go. So that's a little bit of perspective from people just who I would like to say know fantasy football. Maybe my dad doesn't know him as much, but hey, we'll figure it out.
What
But
don't I know?
I don't know what you don't know.
You want to start already?
We're about to find out right now.
It's early. Let's get into it. Let's do it. You're going to lose this too.
We're going to start this draft right now. We're doing a Superflex draft, so quarterbacks are going to go off earlier than normal, but I feel like a lot of people are possibly moving to Superflex this year. And Tom thinks he's the best. So we're going to see if Tom at 10th spot can draft the best. We're going to see. Let's start it off. Christian McCaffrey went 1 overall, so I'm at 2. That's who I probably would have took number 1 overall, but since it's this is tough now. I got Saquon or Zeke here. I'm probably going to take Ezekiel Elliott. He's got the better offense, better offensive line, and that's the biggest downfall to Saquon, in my opinion, is the Giants' offense. So Mahomes went at 4.
Really?
Then Alvin Kamara went at 5.
Restarted.
And DeAndre Hopkins went at 6. Dad, you're sitting here with the tough decision between David Johnson and Devontae Adams. You go against what you say all the time.
David Johnson is there at 1-7. That's who I'm taking.
So,
if he's already gone, I'm taking Adams right there.
Last draft, Adams went before. You're like, damn, I would have took him, and then you took David Johnson instead. And Adams is there. You take David Johnson over him?
Yes. You didn't listen to what I just said.
Michael Thomas went after you, and Melvin Gordon, and Tom, you're up.
I'm going to take Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell off the board. Devontae Adams after you. Joe Mixon. Andrew Luck went. Julio Jones.
Let me guess who you're taking here.
Guess who's you take?
Who do we got? Should I take Cam Newton?
You're gonna Cam Newton available. You have DeAndre Hopkins gone, but Deshaun Watson still available. Odell Beckham, Juju, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown. Let's see how you rank these wide receivers. You're going wide receiver.
You know what? Oh, man. I'm gonna go running back. I'm gonna do.
I was taking a long time.
You went Dalvin Cook. That's the best decision you've ever made in your entire life. That's a good pick right there. Yeah, probably. Odell followed you, and Travis Kelce. Dad, you were on the clock. Who are you looking at here? Why Dalvin Cook over James Conner for people? Why are you taking Dalvin Cook over James Conner?
I got Conner on my dynasty team, so I'm gonna go put a little diversity in my season.
You think Dalvin Cook's going to score more points than James Conner? Or you think James Conner's going to score more? I have Dalvin Cook over James Conner.
It's close.
Not close.
That could go either way. They're both pretty good.
I'm Dalvin Cook, truther.
Dalvin Cook, truther.
I'm going to take Schuster right here.
Juju, my dad finally made a good
sniper.
pick. Juju.
You're a sniper.
I usually go running back, but I don't think I like Conner right there in that spot, so
I'm going to take Watson because it's quarterback Superflex, so
it is
got to do it.
So
I'm not crazy about it. I'm not picking Gurley.
Yeah, after my dad's Juju pick when James Conner and then Bart took Deshaun Watson, then Fournette followed, then Aaron Rodgers. I'm sitting here. I got Gurley on the board still. Then you have Baker, you have Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, and Nick Chubb still available. But I'm going to go Mike Evans here. I don't love Mike Evans, but he gets it done every year and has always top 5 in air yards in his all the seasons. So Zach Ertz followed me, then Todd Gurley. And some days, you wake up feeling dangerous.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna. I knew that's who you were taking.
And
right
you
there.
got Baker Mayfield as QB5. As a Browns fan, it's a great feeling to take your quarterback in the draft. Then Antonio Brown followed me, then Nick Chubb. Damian Williams for Bart. What's the thought process behind
Sniped again. Sniped.
So I'm looking at. Definitely a huge Cowboy fan. I love Amari Cooper here, but common sense has to prevail. Damian Williams is going to be the guy in Kansas City.
Yes, he is. You want? Why is Tom shaking his head? You think Carlos Hyde's going to have more fantasy points than him?
I got to.
Carlos Hyde will have more points.
Carlos Hyde will not have more points. Carlos Hyde is a jag. He is awful.
Anybody who takes Damian Williams in the 3rd round is
smart.
Insane.
Bart, I love the pick.
So do I.
Yeah, it's 3 against 1, but Tom. Maybe he has knowledge.
You remember last year I told you Christian McCaffrey was going to be top 5 or top 7?
That was smart thinking. There's logic behind that. There's no logic behind Carlos Hyde being better.
There's a reason you guys
Williams.
invite me to this draft.
To make us feel better about ourselves. Dad, you're on the clock. Time's ticking per usual.
You're talking, so I was going to explain my pick.
You have your best quarterback in the
I
league.
like Matt Ryan right there. I also like Amari Cooper there.
There we go.
Marlon Mack.
Time's about to
Dude, if I could make a setting on the draft to have my dad have a timer of 45 seconds.
I'm taking Matt Ryan right there.
Oh.
Ooh, the balanced approach.
Nice.
Matt Ryan.
I've loved the Atlanta offense.
Then T.Y. Hilton, then Drew Brees, and then Tom. You're sitting here with a running back approach, and there's still running backs on the board that are good. So
there's some good running backs there too. You got good running backs.
Oh.
There's good wide receivers. Justin just shit his pants. Oh my!
We are
Lord.
a family podcast.
I want to go running back, but I just can't do it.
Amari
Adam
Cooper is
Thielen.
still on the board.
I'm gonna take Adam Thielen.
With Dalvin Cook on your team already?
Oh shit!
Yo, you won the draft! You won the draft! You won the draft!
You pulled the Bart.
Yeah, baby! Minnesota Vikings.
I'm so glad we restarted this.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
There you
go.
After Adam Thielen went Russell Wilson, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Aaron Jones. Now, you got Diggs on the board still.
Yep, take Diggs.
Take him.
I might as well.
Cousins.
All right, so
Cousins,
you know what?
the quarterback.
I went and I gave my league mates a freaking little bit of a.
But I will say it's
Clutch
not
here.
bad to stack players on this good offense. It's not like you're stacking the Jets.
You know what?
You could take Robbie
I got
Anderson.
Dalvin Cook and Adam Thielen.
Oh, you
They're
messed
gonna
up with
they're
Devonta
gonna be
Freeman.
beast. You know what? And Devontae Freeman will be
I got sniped
the
again.
man this year.
You're saying the man in Atlanta, I'd hope so. But you're saying overall running back one back in 2015, 4 years ago?
I'm picking him in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
That's
me?
that's
He's
where he should
second
be.
round dude all day.
No, he's not.
Okay.
He should be going 5th round.
No.
Injured? Yes. He's
No
not
way.
the same player he
No
was.
way.
Stompy, if you're listening, yeah. Big Devonta Freeman fan. I don't like him this year. I'd rather have Derrick Henry over him. I'd rather have Aaron Jones over him. I'd rather have Marlon Mack over him. Dad time's ticking.
Well,
What are you
somebody
looking at
took Aaron Jones already.
here? One before you.
Okay.
So right here, I'm
About
looking
the
at
same, yeah.
I'm looking at
Just
a
in
run,
general.
I'm looking at Marlon Mack or Johnson,
Carry on Johnson. And then you're still looking.
Julian Edelman is a good pick right here. He's going to get the volume in there, but I'm going to take a running back and I'm going to take Kerryon Johnson.
Carry on Johnson over Marlon Mack is the worst decision you've made this whole entire year.
Thank you, Paulie. I'm going to take Stephon Diggs there.
But the best receiver in the league! He took
Baby.
Stephon Diggs, and then Julian Edelman followed Josh Jacobs.
Fuck me.
I'm sitting on the board, and I got some tough decisions here. Thankfully, these drafters haven't adjusted yet, and Tyreek Hill's still on the board. I got Tyreek Hill in the 4th round. I'll take that. Mark Ingram, Carson
Go back
Wentz,
down here, there's another one to go back.
and I'm back up. And the running backs are getting thin. I got Philip Lindsay, you got Sonny Michel, Chris Carson still available.
Right there.
And there's a guy here who is not just a guy, and it may be a little bold. I got Cooks or Woods. I'm going Brandon Cooks. As a wide receiver 3, I'll take those weeks where he has booms. So, after me went Kenny Galladay, then Philip Lindsay. Bart, you're on the clock.
I love where I am here. I got to tell you, this spot is just juicy. So I got to pick Robert
thing we
Woods here.
reset it.
I love this draft so far.
Robert Woods is a great pick. I took Cooks over him just because those two are a coin flip for me. But I'm glad you have Woods over Cup. Some people don't. And my dad's on the Woods train. There you go, Dad. And then
I do
following
like Robert Woods.
following you went Jared Goff. Bart, Dad, you're on the clock. What are you looking at
I'm
here?
looking at a wide receiver, so I like Godwin, I like Moore, I like Ridley.
Godwin, Moore, Ridley, Lockett are the 4 toughest to rank.
I love Mike Williams, but I think it's a little early for him, so I'm going to take
Well,
the
you
upside.
are in the middle of the draft, though, so you got to take a
I'm
reach
taking
here.
the upside of Godwin right here.
I would have gone Godwin, not my pick, but I already had Mike Evans, so I'm not pulling a Tom and taking 2 players on the same team. But, Cam Newton just went, Tom. What's your thoughts about
Oh, Cam Newton just went. You didn't get
that?
him.
Then Sony Michelle went, so you're on the clock. What are you looking at here, Tom?
It's getting tough.
Yeah,
Messed
Tom's a 4-round
Messed
draft
up
pick.
messed up a little bit early here, so I wasn't paying attention.
Tom's a 4-round drafter. Once it goes past round 4, he struggles. He has to go to fantasypros.com, look at the rankings, and just go off one by one.
It's not like you to be pretty quiet.
I'm gonna go with Ben Roethlisberger then.
Ben Roethlisberger over guys as Jameis Winston, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Philip Rivers, Trubisky.
That's a big
That's a
reach
reach.
right there.
But hey, it could pan out. You never know. He gets it done. He's underrated this year, but I feel like you paid up for his ceiling. But Kenyon Drake followed you, Chris Carson, then 2 tight ends, O.J. Howard, Eric Ebron. You're back on the clock. Bart, what are you looking at? Is this where people who do these 2 quarterback Superflex leagues, since you're in this range where you got Winston, Murray, Rivers, Dak, are you in like a guy who likes to stack quarterbacks back to back when it gets to like this kind of round, or are you a guy who likes to wait and for your second?
I just like to pick best player available going.
See, what's happening here is Tom doesn't want to give away his secrets because we have a real draft coming up August 11th, so he's trying to stay quiet over here. And
he's really quiet. I'm surprised how quiet he is.
Wait, because he pooped himself.
David Montgomery, off the board by Tom. It's a good pick right there. Darius Geist and DJ Moore. Dad, you're on the clock. Who are you looking at here?
Fucking 3 tight ends off her, 3 freaking wide receivers off the bat.
I like Winston. I like Prescott a lot right here.
You're looking QB here.
If I was looking QBs right there, I like James White as a running back right here. I like Ridley and Lockett. So I'm going to take James White.
What? That just diverted.
Because he's going to get the volume.
Hey, I want you.
Somebody's got to catch the ball out of that backfield there.
I'm glad you're in both my leagues this year because you're taking James White right there. That's actually a fair price for him, but hey, I'll let you do that all day.
Just
Following
remember,
you when Cooper Cup.
You didn't beat me at all last year, so just remember
Yeah,
that.
but you're going to keep living off the past.
Yep, well...
Just wait. Just wait till this year, dude. Just wait.
Right now, it's still the future because you haven't beat me yet.
This year...
You're done.
I'm letting you know, this year...
Where's my buddy Stompy? Stompy!
This year...
Nope.
The games are not even close.
Okay.
I'm going to destroy you.
Oh, wow.
And I'm putting it on the table.
Okay.
That I will go at least 75% win record against you.
Well, that's another bet on it. Put it on the table. That's on the table. Really?
It's on the table.
75%?
Bart, you stole my guy. He's drafting... This is why we're co-owners. This is why. You took Tyler Lockett on me.
I love Lockett this year.
And
if you look at what's available, there's no really good running backs. There's some other positions that I could kind of reach for, but this is my guy right here.
I respect that decision. So,
I like Tyler Lockett.
Lockett went, then Cohen, then Ridley. So I was looking for Lockett or Ridley here. I already have 3 wide receivers, but they already went. So now I'm on the board, and I'm going to take a guy who has the potential to be the QB1 in fantasy this year, and that is Kyler Murray. I love Kyler Murray this year.
QB1?
Sniper.
I didn't say he will be. I said he has the upside to be. He's going to be the quickest shifting quarterback in the league as a rookie, and who knows what he can do in this new offense with Cliff Kingsbury. Following me with Christian Kirk, then Mike Williams, 2 receivers that have good upside. So I'm back on the clock, and there's no real running backs I like, but there is a tight end I like, and that's Hunter Henry. So I took Hunter Henry here in the 7th round. I like the way I'm shaping up. Still only have 1 running back, but that 1 running back is an MVP candidate this year in Zeke. And I know these 2 Cowboys fans like to hear that. So A.J. Brown following me, then Robbie Anderson. Bart, you're back on the clock. What are you looking at here?
So I'm really looking at the running back position, which again seems pretty scant to me right now at this moment. I'm deciding between quarterback and tight end. I think I'm going to go quarterback just because I'm afraid. You know what? I'm going to go tight end. I like Evan Engram. I'm going to get my guy.
Evan Engram has the upside this year to be Eli Manning's #1 target. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but we'll find out. As a Giants fan, what do you think about Eli Manning's #1 target? Who did you get sniped by? Who did you miss out on?
I wanted Landry right there.
Landry went 1 before you. This auto draft here is taking all my dad's guys. How do you feel?
Okay, because there's other players that I can get here.
Are you sure about
that? I already
that?
have 3 running backs, so I'm not looking at running back here.
I hope not.
I like Dak Prescott, but I think I can wait on him a little bit here. So I would take a wide receiver right here. So Watkins I'm not a big fan of. Jeffrey I'm not a big fan of. Tyler Boyd I like. Will Fuller I like a lot if he could stay healthy.
Just make your damn pick.
I'm just giving you the options here.
Okay, yeah, well, you waste too much time, bro. We're trying to keep these under 45 minutes, and you're over here taking 40 minutes.
I'm taking Tyler Boyd.
That's a good pick right there. Best pick you made all draft.
Really, than Juju, all draft.
Other
really.
than Juju in the
Look
second
at my
round.
team, how good it is.
I'm looking at it. I don't like it.
Look at it.
But following you and Tevin Coleman and Lamar Miller, Tom, you end up taking Sammy Watkins. Why is Sammy Watkins over a guy like Alshon Jeffrey or Allen Robinson?
Right there. How can you not take Sammy
I'm
Watkins?
just asking you for the people. I'm not asking you for me personally. I am a podcast host.
Tyreek will get suspended sometime this year, and Watkins will go back up. Travis Kelce is going to be the man, but you know what? Sammy Watkins will be a monster this year.
Monster.
And your dad passed on him, so we're good.
Kareem Hunt followed that. Latavius Murray and Allen Robinson. So you're back on the clock here, Tom.
Oh, jeez. This sleeper bar, I'm not used to this.
He's not used to this fast-paced thing.
This is.
You're talking, I take a long time? Come on. Really?
What?
Really,
Come
guys?
on. I gave you a little break there.
Why don't you take Kenyon Drake or something?
So right now, I am one of the few teams to have 2 quarterbacks. I think the only one. I have Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray, and my team's still elite, so I'm feeling pretty good. But just wait till I see what I do with this team. I'm about to turn it around and just light up the show.
Really?
Yeah, we're still waiting on Tom. I think Tom switched places with my dad, They're taking the whole time. So
It's getting rough. I love it. This is tough.
how is it tough here?
You know, you know what? You're gonna ridicule me, and I know. You know what? They got the same bye weeks, but I am gonna take Jameis Winston.
Good pick right here.
good.
High volume
It's a good
offense. Bart and I love Winston. It's a good pick right there.
It's a great
My
pick.
dad said he was going to wait on Dak Prescott and ended up working out for
Did
him.
you hear that, Paul? They said that was a good pick.
Dad, if you don't take Dak
You
Prescott
just
here,
picked 2 quarterbacks with the same bye week.
he said he doesn't care.
Well,
Want to know why? Because it's week 7. He's got time.
Did you hear that? They said it was a good pick, Paul.
I heard him, Tom.
All right, Dad, you're up. Let's try to make this pick within 15 seconds.
Well,
You got to make up for your lost time on the other ones.
I'm going to get my tight end out of the way right here and take Jerry Cook, who I really love this year.
Yo, bring that back. He just said last round he was going to wait for Dak Prescott to come back.
So
to him.
I'm gonna wait and try to get him again coming back.
Dante Pettis went. What's your guys' thoughts on Dante Pettis here? I like him a lot. I think he's going to break out. Top.
I think he's going to be the
number.
number 1 there.
Bart, you're on the
Bart,
clock.
you're almost out of time.
I don't really like this pick, so I'm going to pick
here
somebody
we
who
go.
I think has got a lot of upside, and that's Rashard Penny. Even
Rashard
though
Penny.
Carson's gone, I'd like to go ahead and back him up.
Rashad Penny's
There we go.
Yeah, it's a good pick right there. Nikhil Harry after you to Vance McDonald. I'm sitting here at the 8-11 spot. I'm taking the soon-to-be starter
Look at this.
in Philadelphia, and that's Miles Sanders at the 8-11 spot. So I took Miles Sanders,
Like here.
and then after me went Sterling Shepard and Corey Davis. I'm back on the clock here. I'm looking at my man Royce Freeman. Also,
Oh, that was my other guy I was looking at. I
So,
like Freeman there.
I took Miles Sanders and Freeman. Both guys should be hopefully winning the starting role in their respective offenses with more carries. Following me with DK Metcalf and Phillip Rivers. Bart, you're back on the clock.
It's time to get another quarterback here, and you know I got to tell you that. You know what? I hate saying this, Paulie. I'm sniping you. I'm taking Dak Prescott. I hate to say it was between him and Cousins, and I think there's a lot of good quarterbacks.
I waited a
but I
little
like
long
Dak
for that, but I'm okay with my picks when I passed them. But I knew I would wait a little long, so I'm going to take a quarterback right here, and I'm going to take Kirk Cousins.
That was my other guy.
Where
That was the other guy I was looking at.
So 4 quarterbacks went back to
Lamar
back to back to
Jackson
back.
is there. I like Lamar too, but I'll take Cousins right there.
So
I got Watson, and I couldn't take Lamar Jackson in the sense that those guys are going to run a lot, and they're going to be injury prone, and I didn't want to take that risk.
Jimmy Garoppolo went pick before Tom. Tom, you're back on the clock. Last pick was Jameis Winston. What are you looking at here?
I'm gonna grab my tight end, which I think is better than Jared Cook, Vance McDonald, Evan Ingram,
This is who it should be. Let's
and
see.
Hunter Henry.
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna take David Njoku.
That's the wrong pick right there.
Oh.
Austin Hooper
He's not gonna be
is the
better.
pick
Austin
there.
Hooper.
Austin Hooper
Oh
was
my God! You know they have Julio Jones.
You know
on that
Austin
team?
Hooper's going to be a top 8 tight end this year?
Have you heard of Julio Jones?
No,
You know-
Njoku's going to be way better than Austin.
I'll put that on the table that Austin Hooper will have more fantasy points than David
You name
Njoku.
it.
Dad, you want
You
this
name
too?
it. You name it.
No.
See,
I'm
you
all
don't like
in.
more bets.
I'm
More
all
bet?
in.
Table bet?
Board bet. Board bet.
Table bet.
All in.
Put it in. All right, more fantasy points here. I say Austin Hooper.
All in. I'm taking Njoku.
Austin
I say
Hooper.
And
Jared
I'm
Cook.
running.
That's not even in the question. That's a spot above those guys.
Man, Devontae Freeman's gonna have more catches than him.
Oh, jeez. Just wait.
Oh, just wait.
Just
my
wait.
Lord.
Just
Tommy,
wait till
you're
the
up again.
season. Tom is
I'm
up.
again. Oh my Lord, this is going quick.
That's the point of these mock drafts. We get it done
Holy
quick.
moly.
We like to have these picks off the board, trying to get this
Let's
in time.
see
We're in
here.
round 10 right now. We're about to do a roster review
Oh.
after this round.
Man, is Ronald Jones sitting there?
Yes.
For good,
Holy shit!
for
the
good
10th round, I'm taking Ronald Jones.
Rojo.
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 And D.D. West, we're going to Sam Darnold. Dad, you're back on the clock.
Tom, he's not on Minnesota.
Rojo.
I like Cortland Sutton. He's going to be the number 1 in Denver. I like the upside of Isabella here. I do love Marvin Jones. I do every year somehow. At running back, I do like Foreman. I think he will get the starting job there before long.
Where'd you put those Swedish fish?
Did I get them, Tom? So I am gonna get another running back off the board and take Foreman right here.
Foreman in the
I'll
10th
take a
round
shot on
over the
the
better
upside of him.
upside of Jalen Samuels is risky. But Cortland Sutton followed you. Bart, who are you looking at here?
So I'm looking at the running back position or the wide receiver position predominantly. I think quarterback is very intriguing to me just to get that third quarterback and kind of seal the deal. I'm not crazy about what is available to me at the wide receiver position. Golden Tate, Emmanuel Sanders, Andy Isabella. All guys who I like, but lots of upside or risk. Boy, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and take a reach. I'm going to take my third quarterback and just be done with this position. I'm going to take Matthew Stafford because I believe in the guy.
Should have a bounce back here, hopefully.
Love Matthew Stafford. Last year
we know you love Matthew Stafford.
He was hurt last year. You guys can give me all the crap, but he was hurt. We didn't even know it.
Golden Tate.
Go cook some hot dogs.
Not yet.
Golden Tate.
All the food this year is pre-made.
Golden Tate went after Matthew Stafford and Josh Allen. I'm sitting here. I have a couple guys on the board I like, but I'm going to take Curtis Samuel. I believe he's a good pick right there. Even Tom says it's a good pick. That's how you know
Cam
it's
Newton's throwing
That's because
to him,
Cam
baby.
Newton throwing the ball.
Boom!
Cam Newton number 1. Derek Carr after that. Andy Isabella followed. And now I'm sitting here in the 11th round, and there's a guy who has upside. And it's an ambiguous back. But not really. James Conner's there. But Jalen Samuels should get some passing work. And I took Jalen Samuels as my 4th running back. Following me with Kiki Kuti, I was debating between Kiki and Jalen Samuels. And then Emmanuel Sanders went after that. It's an awful pick by this number 4 spot guy, but we're going to let him slide. Bart, you're on the clock. What are you looking at here?
All right, so I got 3 running backs and 3 wide receivers at this point, and I like balance in my drafts. I'm not crazy about any of the running backs that I have at this position. Wide receivers that I have available are Marvin Jones, who I think is old. I think Galladay is going to be the guy.
What?
Larry Fitzgerald.
Whoa! You stack it up with Stafford.
Well, yeah, but then I got Stafford already. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, who's a rookie. I'm not a believer in Geronimo Allison. I love James Washington. I don't believe in Dante Moncrief. I'm taking James Washington.
That's a good pick right there.
Minutes.
I mean, this is where the wide receiver position gets a little bit. Pick your own guys who you like and who you believe in. So, Dad, I think you just got sniped
I
again.
did get sniped again. That guy, the computer keeps sniping me every time.
Well, his team's awful, so you're probably thankful.
So for me right here, I'm taking wide receiver. So I got Fitzgerald, Whiteside, Allison, but it's a no-brainer for me right here. I love Deshaun
Following
Jackson.
you on Carlos Hyde and Larry Fitzgerald. Why are you making those?
Because he wanted Carlos Hyde.
I wanted Larry. Oh,
He wanted Carlos Hyde.
Both
He's
of my
gone.
guys. I wanted Fitzgerald or Carlos Hyde there.
Carlos Hyde is. Oh, I'm so happy.
So
we had
again,
him,
I'm
but-
gonna have to take a couple extra minutes here because I'm just not prepared. Oh, Marcus Mariota does not have a Week 7 bye, so I'm gonna take.
Who are the quarterbacks available still? So what's the people who's available still? So
We got Nick Foles, Andy Dalton, Dwayne Haskins, Joe Flacco, Eli Manning.
So as you can see, it's a big tier gap. I think Mariota is the guy who I take over here anyway. So
yeah, it's a big tier gap. So
Mariota gone and
I'm gonna take
Hooper,
it.
then J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Pause in the draft. We're going to do a little roster review right now. It's okay, guys. So I'm at the 2 spot. Let's start with the quarterback. I have Baker Mayfield, then I have Ezekiel Elliott, Miles Sanders. Then wide receiver, I have Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Cooks. Tight end positions, Hunter Henry. My super flex spot is Kyler Murray. Then I have Curtis Samuel, and in the last flex spot with Brandon Cooks. I like my team so far. I think I have really good wide receivers and 2 arguably the best quarterbacks behind Bart. Bart's 2 quarterbacks are really good, but what's your team looking like, Bart?
So if I could scroll up on my draft board and figure out how to do this, I would go ahead and do it. But I really like my team right now. So I love the way my team fell into place. So I didn't think Kamara would fall to me at the 4 spot. I loved it. I backed him up with Damian Williams, and I sneaked, I think, number 1 quarterback in the league this year, Deshaun Watson. Then I backed him up with a couple of receivers, Stephon Diggs, Robert Woods. Then the tight end position dries up pretty quickly, so I had to go ahead and take Evan Engram. I have Tyler Lockett, Rashard Penny, and a couple other guys that I love my team right now. I'm completely on it. I did take 3 quarterbacks, so I'm not in this dilemma that everybody's trying to pick up the scabs like Mariota. So I love that, be in that position where you don't have to draft some crappy quarterback for your 3rd guy.
What about you, Dad? What's your team looking like?
I took David Johnson first. Juju second, Matt Ryan third, which I think is a great start. Kerryon Johnson after him. Then I took Chris Godwin. Then I took the upside of James White, who I think is going to be still going to get the volume there in New England. I like the upside of Tyler Boyd next. Then I think Jared Cook in the 8th round is a fantastic pick right there. Kirk Cousins as a backup QB. Deontay Foreman might not have been the best pick there, but I like his upside because he could be the starter there, maybe halfway through the season, maybe even earlier. And then I really like Deshaun Jackson right there.
And we're going to go to this last team, which I think it was auto-drafted. Tom.
Yeah, it probably would have been better to auto-draft it. So
What'd you just say?
It's even though, you know what, I messed up and I took Dalvin Cook and Adam Thielen, but you know what, it's not really that bad of a mess up.
No.
They're both awesome players.
That's what I was saying.
So I got Lev Bell, Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen. You know what, all fantastic players. You know what, and then you put Devontae Freeman in there, who is going to be awesome.
No.
Ben Roethlisberger, who will be one of the top passers in the league. David Montgomery, who will be the number one in Chicago in a big offense, which is no joke. Sammy Watkins, he's going to be the number one when Tyreek goes wherever he goes. Then I picked Roethlisberger, and I grabbed Jameis Winston. Same bye week. I knew that, but they're both awesome. David Njoku ahead of Vance McDonald, or after Vance McDonald, after Jared Cook. But you know what? He's going to be better. Ronald Jones, number one again. And then, you know what? We got Marcus Mariota. I'm going to work on the wide receiver position the last couple rounds, and we'll see what happens.
Yes, we have 3 rounds left, so let's get this thing back up to start it. And
Tom is up.
Tom, you're on the clock.
All right, so now we got to get back into wide receivers here. So let's check out this little thing here. All right, so. Oh, look at this. Is John Smokey Brown there? Oh,
Robert Foster's better than John Brown.
I'm going to take me some John Smokey Brown, because if he plays all year, he's going to be a beast.
TJ Hawkinson followed that, and Duke Johnson. Dad, you're up.
I need a third quarterback here, but I really don't like any of the choices. So
you don't like Eli Manning?
So it doesn't matter which one I take, so I'm going to wait to the last round to pick that up.
I'm going to pick one before you.
You can.
Me too.
So if I'm looking at running back right here,
Time's up.
I'm going to take the upside of Austin Eckler right here. Depending on the Melvin Gordon situation, it could be a very valuable pick.
It very well could be. And then following you went Ito Smith, and then Bart, you decided to go Damian Harris.
Oh my God,
Great.
I'm ecstatic right now. Sony Michel's PUP right now, which I know means nothing. Damian Harris is going to get automatic points this year. I love that pick at this point.
Gracious. Are you overlooking who is there and who's who's already got the job?
Hey,
Sexy Rexy has nothing to do with this thing.
Oh.
So I'm sitting here. I'm going to look at the wide receivers.
Yeah, you guys talk about me how long. You guys are taking pretty long.
Whose turn is it?
I am narrating this
Justin's
thing.
turn.
I'm going to take the real wide receiver
Yeah, you
one.
guys need to lay off me a little bit.
The real
because
wide receiver
you're
one
not
in
picking any
Buffalo.
quicker.
And that, actually, no, I'm not.
trying
I'm
to
going
talk
to go with
about-
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I know there's reports.
Come on!
There's reports going on about Allison getting the slot, but I still think Marquez Valdez-Scantling is going to have a role in that offense. And then following here, I could steal my dad's guy in Tyrell Williams. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm going to go with some, give me some of that Matt Breida. Little upside there, cheapest option in that backfield. I took him ahead of McKinnon just because I think he's going to be better than McKinnon. Because McKinnon can't stay healthy, neither can Breida, but hey, we'll see how that goes this year. He's adding weight in the weight room. Hines went after Matt Breida, then McCole Hardman. Bart, you're on the clock. What are you looking at here?
So I got to tell you, I love picking running backs late in drafts because I think they just have so much upside later in the season when other starters get hurt. But I listen to the podcast, and I'm going to agree with Paulie. Tyrell Williams is my guy here.
Sniped again.
Oh, it's okay, dude.
Hey, if you listen to a few podcasts before, I really was praising him there because of the situation where Brown's going like second, third round, and Williams is going like 11th, 12th, 13th round. It's the best value pick, I think, in the draft. I just love Tyrell Williams this year. And I got sniped again.
So now what do you do? What are you looking at?
Well, I'm looking at wide receiver right here. So
Dante Moncrief's still available. Robert Foster's still available.
I think Moncrief
Anthony
is going to
Miller's
be
still
the
available.
number 2 in Pittsburgh. I like Robert Foster, and I do like the upside of Paris Campbell right here. But I'm going to take my shot and say Moncrief will be the number 2 in Pittsburgh.
There you go. Following you and Olsen, then Hakeem Butler. Tom, you're on the clock. Last 2 picks of the draft right here. What are you looking at?
I got to get back down. I just see my guy, I think, unless he just got taken. I got to get used to no, he didn't get taken. So, let me see if I can find him again. He is the number 1 in Miami.
It's pretty quiet.
And
Oh,
he's still there.
Devontae Parker, or we're
Right?
talking Albert Wilson.
No, Devontae Parker, but I gotta.
He's there.
I know, but I'm having a trouble kind of getting down to him.
Guys shouldn't even be talking about me when I'm up.
Put him in the
again.
search.
Ever.
There you go. That's a better idea. Put him in the search engine.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe if you knew how to spell it.
Spell him right. Tahi.
I took him for you. Devontae Parker, then Devin Singletary, Delaney Walker, Deshaun Hamilton, Traquan Smith. You're up, Tom. What's up?
He just sniped them on you.
He did. He took my guy.
For you. Last pick of the draft.
Oh, I need another wide receiver.
Traquan Smith went just before him, I think is
you need
another
more than
great
just
value.
one.
I think we started over because your draft sucked. I'm going to take Anthony Miller.
It's a good pick right there. Final round. And Kenny Stills went Alexander Madison. Dad, you still need a third quarterback.
Got to take a third quarterback here. So if I was looking at Foles, Dalton, Haskins, Flacco, I got to take Nick Foles right there.
There you go. Then your boy Jimmy Graham just went. And then,
Ooh, Jimmy, he could be good this year.
oh, jeez. Keep feeding the people bad information. It's not good.
I won't live that down from last year, but
Bart, you're on the clock.
Oh my gosh, I am so
Kalen
excited
Ballage.
about this because I got a starting running back, in my opinion, in the last round of Kalen Ballage. As soon as Drake goes down, there's my boy.
Noah Fant, then Deion Lewis. I'm taking the backup running back who's going to get some plays every week because they're going to run so many plays, and that is Chase Edmonds in Arizona.
Hold on. I want to say something. Did we pick Ballage last year instead of freaking James Conner
Instead
in our draft?
of James Conner in their whole
Right?
league.
Wasn't he your starter
Oh,
last
it's
year?
terrible.
Oh.
I got to get it right one year here
I
at
remember
some point.
you two were arguing
Yeah, I
about that
know.
last
And
pick.
I argued for the wrong point,
Yep,
Paulie.
I know.
At least
We
I
know you
admit
did.
that.
All right, so that's going to do it for the draft today. We're going to go over the rosters. I'll start it out. My roster is Baker, Zeke, Miles Sanders, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, Hunter Henry, Brandon Cooks, Curtis Samuel, Kyler Murray, Royce Freeman, Jalen Samuels, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Matt Breida, and Chase Edmonds. I did not take a third quarterback because this is only a 5-bench team, and in reality, you're probably doing a 7-bench team. Bart, your squad. What are you
All right.
looking at here?
So at quarterback, I'm starting Deshaun Watson. I am backing him up with Matthew Stafford and let me see if I can figure this out here. I also picked Dak Prescott.
I'd fall asleep looking at your team.
Yeah,
too.
I know you would. My running backs are going to be Alvin Kamara, Damian Williams, Rashard Penny, and Damian Williams, Kalen Ballage. I love my running backs. A lot of upside at the end of the draft. My wide receivers, I feel, are solid. Stephon Diggs, Robert Woods, Tyler Lockett,
Tom is just laughing.
James Washington, and Terrell Williams. I didn't draft two Minnesota players in the first 3 rounds. And then my tight ends is Evan Engram. So I'm a little bit thin at tight end, but I'm
That's
going to
fine.
take that
It's a
risk.
short bench because of the mock draft to save time. Dad, your roster.
I got Matt Ryan and Kirk Cousins as my starting quarterbacks. I don't think you can go wrong with either of them two. If I was to start 2 running backs, it'd be David Johnson and Kerryon Johnson would be my starters. I'd have James White coming off the bench, Deontay Foreman, and Austin Eckler, who could be a steal of the draft depending on Melvin Gordon. Starting wide receivers, I got Juju Smith starting. I got Chris Godwin and then Tyler Boyd coming off the bench.
The
So I
3
really
good
like
wide receivers right there.
Deshaun Jackson and Moncrief, who could be the number 2 in Pittsburgh.
There you go. And then
And I got Jared Cook as a tight end.
last but not least, Tom, what's your roster looking like? What's your starting roster looking like?
You know what? You guys made me draft last. You know what? And you know what? Let's hear this right off the bat. So you got Ben Roethlisberger, Jameis Winston, and Marcus Mariota, 2 quarterback league. Okay. Then you're going to start Le'Veon Bell, Dalvin Cook, Devontae Freeman, David Montgomery,
Arguably best running backs in the league.
Ronald Jones. All right, all number 1s.
Except for Ronald Jones.
Number 1s.
Except for Ronald Jones.
All number 1s.
Except for Ronald
You
Jones.
got good running
1,
backs, but
2,
you're lacking the
3,
wide receiver
4,
department.
5,
I'll say best.
5 number 1 running backs.
I'll say best
Okay?
running backs in the
You got-
league.
you got
And then we're
good
going to throw
running backs.
Adam Thielen in there, who's going to get 100 catches.
You got 1 wide receiver.
And then you're going to get Sammy Watkins.
He's going to
who-
break his foot.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
but if he
not.
doesn't, he is going to be a monster.
Injury prone. And then who's going to back up when Watkins gets injured? Who are you putting in? John Brown?
Yeah, then we got then we get a little weak there. You know, the bench was weak, so
I got to say your team was weak.
The bench. The other
team was weak.
My starting lineup is monstrous. All right, but if you got to throw John Brown, Devontae Parker, and Anthony Miller in there, I'm not feeling too freaking proud of that.
All right, so we're gonna
give me 3 more rounds, and we'll make it up.
Yeah, and then in-season management's a big key in fantasy football, and Tom does a good job with management in season, but it's just mock draft grading it. So we're gonna go through and grade each of our teams right now before the end of the episode.
I got sounds great to me.
All right, let's start with the one who picked first. I can't say anything. It's my team, so I'll let you guys critique it and go through it. Whoever wants to lead it.
Well, Bart's a good critiquer.
All right, so if I look at rosters, and I'm going to go ahead and go over starting lineups. So I have, I'm going to start with quarterbacks. I love your 2 quarterbacks. So you're starting with Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Can't get any better than rookie, that. Right? Yeah, but you know what? He's going to run, and I'm a believer in this kid. I think he's just going to be awesome.
Who's he throwing it to?
Christian Kirk, David Johnson.
Hey, look, if you got to say one thing about Arizona, their defense might be terrible, but they upgraded everywhere. They got a healthy David Johnson. They actually have an offensive coordinator this year. They wound up having Andy Isabella. They drafted Hakeem Butler. They go ahead and have Larry Fitzgerald, the great Larry Fitzgerald back. They got a bunch of other guys there.
I'll also say they're going to run they were second to last in plays run per game last year, and you're going to think you're going to be top 10 in the league in plays run this year because of Cliff Kingsbury.
So, yeah, I like Murray, I guess Arizona. Is what we're saying.
Arizona's going up.
So then I'm going to look at running back. So he's got Zeke, Sanders, Freeman, Jalen Samuels, Matt Breida, and Chase Edmonds. So obviously Zeke, I think, is actually the best back in the league this year, even better than McCaffrey. It's Barkley and Kamara. That's just my opinion.
You're also a Dallas fan, so of course.
Yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan too, but I just think he gets the work. You know, feed him, baby, too. And a good offense. They're going to put up points.
And Fredericks is back healthy.
I love Sanders where Justin got him. I would have sniped Freeman from him if I had an opportunity. I'm not a believer in Samuels. I just think Benny Snell, who wasn't drafted in this draft, is going to be the guy who's going to get all the work.
Did you say Benny Snell?
Benny Snell.
I heard snail.
It might be snail. He might be. I think he maybe ran like a snail, but the kid's out of Kentucky. He's going to be the truth. I love Breida and Edmonds. I know those are upside guys, but I think there are better guys to be picked there. But nice fringe running backs. Wide receivers are great. Evans, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Cooks. And then he wound up getting Curtis Samuel and Marcus Valdez-Scantling late. Those are just fantastic. I love his tight end, Hunter Henry. I know there's some people who love him and hate him this year. I believe in Hunter Henry going forward. I think he gets an A-.
Wow, A-.
We're good. Hey, we're going through it. So
what? A-.
A-. There's no deficiencies on the team.
Yeah, that's right. I know how to draft people. I had the best team in the league already. I'm the best.
He's fizz bumping already.
All right, Justin.
Wait, you're not gonna grade it? You're gonna let Bart grade it?
Do Bart's thing.
You're just going to grade it?
No, you're going to grade Bart's.
No, you didn't grade mine.
What?
No, when Bart graded mine.
That's fine.
That's
all we got.
Right. So Bart is going to go into the starting roster.
Bart's your dynasty team, of course he's going to and you're going to do...
No. I'm going you guys to. I'm just reading it off. I'm going to narrate it. Deshaun Watson and Dak Prescott are his 2 quarterbacks. That's not a bad starting 2. What's your guys' thoughts about his quarterbacks right there? They're pretty
solid. They're 2 solid quarterbacks.
Deshaun Watson's QB1 this year, in my opinion. I'm really high on Deshaun Watson. But anyway, running backs: Alvin Kamara and Damian Williams and Rashad Penny, and then running it out, you have Damian Harris and Kalen Ballage. What's your guys' thoughts with the running back position? Tom shaking his head.
You got Alvin Kamara.
That's a good starter.
You can't count on Damian Williams.
No,
I just can't.
I love Damian Williams this year.
You cannot pick the Damian Williams in the third round.
I love Damian Williams this year.
So then, wide receivers: Stephon Diggs, Robert Woods, Tyler Lockett. You have James Washington and Tyrell Williams. What's your guys' thoughts about the wide receivers right there?
Where's the number 1?
Stephon Diggs and Robert Woods make up for it. Both top 24. You can't say they're not. Both top 15.
Adam Thielen's number 1.
Adam Thielen's... Last year, they were both top 12. Thielen and Diggs were both top 12. So you possibly have a top 12 wide receiver, and Woods is going to be top 15 too.
Okay, so you got two receivers in Minnesota.
And then Lockett has the upside too.
You got 4 receivers in the Rams. Lockett's probably the best one out of the bunch.
You think
he plays for Seattle.
Hey, that's his number 3.
But that's not even that good.
Lockett will be top 15 this year. He's got an increase in volume, number 1 there, and he's tied with Russell Wilson. And then Evan Ingram has tight ends above average in the tight end spot. So what are we grading this team? I would give this one a. What do you guys feel? I'm going to B plus.
He's an all.
B? Hey, I got an A minus. I'm winning over here. Well, you guys got to see something.
I don't want to be rude, but
you don't have to. Just say it.
That's a C all day.
It's a C all day.
Wow.
You're saying with the upside wide receivers.
Where do you get a B?
There's no love there.
I give it a B. I give it a B because he has Deshaun Watson. He has 2 solid running backs. I know you're not happy about Damian Williams, but you can't deny the upside.
No love
you
for
can't
Bart
deny
right
the
there.
upside. And his wide receivers, he's got not a top 12 guaranteed guy, but he's got 3 guys that are in the top 20 guaranteed.
You got receivers that have a lot of mouths to feed.
He's got Tyrell Williams right there.
Who does Lockett have to feed?
That's it.
Exactly, Lockett. Woods. It's a high volume offense. They're going to throw the ball a lot. You saw what he did last year.
And Gurley's going to run in all of them touchdowns.
And he's going to run on one leg. And then, so I give Bart. You said C. I give him a B. Dad, what are you gonna give?
At least give him a B.
So we're gonna settle at B minus because Tom. That's fair grade. We're tough Raiders. On the first day I've ever seen in my life. Dad, your team. Bart, you want an A rating? You want me to go?
Go, you, Justin.
All right. So Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins. Those are 2 solid quarterbacks. Then you got running backs as David Johnson, Kerryon Johnson, James White, Deonta Foreman, Austin Eckler. Not my favorite pairing running backs, but you can't deny their value where you got them. And then wide receivers, you got Juju Smith-Schuster, Chris Godwin, Tyler Boyd, Deshaun Jackson, and Dante Moncrief. And then tight end is Jared Cook. I'm giving this team a B minus C plus.
C plus.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Kerryon Johnson, number 2.
I got to tell you,
C plus.
You guys are generous as can be.
So what do you give?
Would I get a D?
All right, so you got David Johnson and Juju.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got Kerryon Johnson. He could be good, or he could be awful.
So he took Kerryon Johnson over Marlon Mack, Josh Jacobs, and Mark Ingram. I would have took Mark Ingram and Marlon Mack over Kerryon Johnson personally. But hey, I can see the upside in Kerryon Johnson. I'm not denying it. I don't predict the future. I'm just saying what I personally feel. But I'm not faulting him for that picks.
All right. Now your number 2 wide receiver is who?
Godwin.
Chris Godwin.
He's going to possibly a 100-catch guy. You look at what Bruce Arians did in the slot recently. Reggie Wayne had over 100 catches. Larry Fitzgerald had multiple 100-catch seasons, and he's the number 2 option.
You guys are living in
the
the fantasy world.
No?
That's what we're talking about.
High volume.
This is fantasy football.
We play a game outside of a game. He's going to get the volume in a high volume offense
I like
with a
my
bad
team right
defense. I don't hate Chris Godwin as a wide
Is
receiver.
Mike Evans not there no more? Is
They're gonna
OJ
be-
Howard
both-
down there?
They're going to be a high
Both getting the
volume,
volume. I like my
high
team
volume.
right there.
He's going to get at least
Does
100
Bruce
targets.
Arians not like throwing to his running backs?
Hey, they don't have one to catch. Barry Barber's not a pass catcher.
Ronald Jones can't catch?
He's not a pass catcher.
What?
Look at his college resume.
Conflict of interest.
Look at his. What are you giving this team, Bart?
You're just getting stuck on
So
one guy. Look at the rest of that team.
I like Paulie's team,
I
and
give
I
it a
think
B. B minus.
Paulie goes in drafts like I do. We draft to be, uniform or to have, stability throughout all the positions. I think he's the same type of grade I do. I think he's a B. Solid
All right,
B.
so we'll settle on
I
B.
see
I'm
the
gonna give him.
merits.
I'm gonna give him a little bit better as a C plus than Bart
B minus.
because he's got a better running
So
back.
B
in
minus
the
is
number
for
2
Bart
spot.
and Paul, and now we're gonna grade the champion. Maybe I don't really know whose team.
Go right ahead because that team is rock solid.
All right, I'm gonna look at it. Quarterbacks.
You got one
Does that
wide
say
receiver.
Ben Roethlisberger? Ben Roethlisberger, Jameis Winston. You reached on Big Ben. You could have got him a couple rounds later, but I don't fault you for taking him out of the ceiling. I mean, you gotta believe in your guys.
I do. That's too early for Ben.
And then you took Le'Veon Bell and Dalvin Cook. Le'Veon Bell is not behind the same offensive line anymore. You're not in
Still
Pittsburgh
can't go wrong
anymore.
with them 2 running backs.
But
back
he's
to
going to get
back.
volume. He should hope if Adam Gase.
His name is still Lev Bell, right?
His coach is still Adam Gase, right?
Devontae,
He's still the man, right?
Devontae Freeman
Hopefully.
could
He can
be,
still catch the ball.
could be good
Hopefully
this year,
Adam
too.
Gase throws to his running backs. We'll see. Dalvin Cook, I think, is a great pick in the second round. I love where you took him. Then Adam Thielen's a solid wide receiver 1. He's going to be consistent for
That's
you.
all he's got for wide
And then-
receiver. There's 4 running backs I think are awesome. I love the 4 running back. Wide
Devonta
receiver.
Freeman, I don't like, but as a running back 3,
He's
that's
got one
great.
wide receiver.
He's got one wide receiver, and Adam Thielen. Watkins will put up those top 24
One.
weeks occasionally, depending on where the targets go to. What are we giving this team?
I see Tom's logic, and he got a little bit stuck like I did last year in this draft with picking 2 players from the same team. But I see the merits of his team. I think he's a C plus, B minus.
So he's starting to make mistakes.
I'm gonna give Tom a C plus. I think you took Ben Roethlisberger too early. I think you still could have got him in round 7, but I think this dude has the worst draft out of the four of us.
I think you need to put this team in
right.
as
I think he's right.
as one of the ones that just play
I'm just
itself.
saying, like, you are
and
a
see
typical.
what
No,
happens at the end
you
of the
are
year.
a good drafter, but I'm disappointed here. I don't get how you. I mean, I'm not hating the two Minnesota players because it's a good offense. If it was like you took in Le'Veon Bell and Robbie Anderson in the first 5 rounds, then I'd fault it.
You got
But I just think you
you
reached too far on Ben Roethlisberger. You could have got him 2 rounds later probably and stacked your wide receiver right there. You could have got Chris Godwin instead of Ben Roethlisberger.
I wouldn't want Chris Godwin.
Or Tyler Lockett or DJ Moore.
I wouldn't pick either one of those.
You want to take DJ Moore ahead of Cam Newton?
No.
Cam Newton!
Cam Newton's he was after that.
No,
He was
DJ
before
Moore,
me.
his weapon. You could take DJ Moore
Then
then.
to take a quarterback there.
The
quarterback was the guy to
Tyler
take
Murray
there.
over Ben Roethlisberger. Tyler Murray? Who's
I
outside
stand
there?
behind my team.
I-
And I bet you
hey,
if you
that's
okay.
okay.
lock this team down,
You're going to see it in last place.
no,
Missed the playoffs.
There's no way.
You got no
I
wide
got a question.
receivers.
Does Sleeper buy go
You got
ahead and
Sammy
tabulate?
Watkins.
Do they
You got
tabulate?
one wide receiver
Do they
there.
Sammy Watkins.
At the end of the year, can you will they tabulate
Yeah, I'll
the
have
stats?
it saved. I'll see how it goes. I'll have it saved. So that's going to do it for today's mock-up episode. We'll have it linked in the description below of how the board played out. You can go check it out and comment on Twitter. My Twitter's @JustinFSFF. The podcast Twitter's @FatherSonFF. Go let us know who you think won the draft. And we are doing a T.Y. Hilton jersey giveaway once again. So make sure you'll get your 5-star reviews in for that. If you guys are new, made it this far, please subscribe. And yeah.
Don't forget the listener league.
That'll be in the description
It's
below
going to
too.
start filling up real soon, like in a week. In a week, we're going to start picking names.
We are going to start picking names. New, please subscribe, go follow us on Twitter, and check the description below. We'll have all the information for the giveaways and listener league info sign up. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.